gotta be an idiot to bet on that parlay.
It's DTF or bust.
Put it on my mama's porch tomorrow. Welcome back to Hold My Bev podcast. I'm your host, I'm Brandon Park. Here with me, as always, the one, the only, the greatest, DTF, aka Dylan Thomas the third.
The third. There is one of me, and I am unique. One of 1,000,000, one of infinity. I am one of one. What's up, everybody? It's your boy DTF Nation. We're here with another Hold My Bev. We are coming off of a high with golf balls made. There's going to be a giveaway next week. We're going to get together and we're going to do this giveaway. So stay tuned to the end of the pod for the announcement of the giveaway. And then maybe some other little videos coming with some golf. Hold my bet.
We also got our I actually wanted to save this for the podcast. We also have our first sponsor.
We do?
Not for this episode. It will be announced next episode.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Something small.
Anchor, is it free?
Well, Anchor's non-existent anymore.
What's going on, Brandon?
Not a whole lot. I know you just got back from Chicago.
Oh. Why, yes, I did. Yeah, that was quite the weekend. Went out to dinner Saturday and moved to storage unit Sunday. But it was a pretty good trip, a quick trip.
Yeah, did you go Saturday and drive back Sunday?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we made it pretty quick, and it was just over 24 hours, I think. No, It was under. It was under. Because we got there at like noon and we left around 11 or 10. So, yeah. But
I heard you learned a lesson this weekend.
Yeah.
On your way back.
Make sure you always have somebody close by who has a spare key of your house. Otherwise, you're going to get locked out and make your other friend fly through your window. Luckily, Brandon did not have to, other Brandon did not have to break my window. He was able to get in by jimmying the lock. Not telling you where I live and which window it was so that nobody comes and robs me. But learned a big mistake there. We're gonna get our family members some spare keys, and that won't ever happen again. But yeah, Brandon had to climb through my window and then let Sarah in. But they were also dog sitting his brother's dog. So they had a dog and Sarah sitting in the front yard in my my deck chairs. She was just sitting watching Brandon break into my house with the neighbor. He got the neighbor involved in case he had to bust a window. He didn't want nobody calling the cops on him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So almost drove back 6 hours to let them in. But at that point, I would have just stayed in Ohio, but learn from that.
Yeah.
Always make sure
I dealt with something sort of similar, but it had to do with a realtor, which also brings me to my point that this is the last episode I'm going to be recording in this place.
Ooh.
And then the next episode, you're going to see a whole new office.
Wow. Is it covered in pictures of Jar Jar Binks with his ball sack?
Misa so horny. No. It's going to have finally all my sports memorabilia in the background, and it's going to look all nice and spiffy.
Nice.
Because the last few episodes, well, pretty much all the episodes, it's been nothing but blank space around me. It's been driving me nuts, but
what about the posters of me and my Speedo from that one vacation?
That will definitely be right there.
Perfect.
Right there.
I can't wait for everybody to see.
Absolutely. But Dylan, we have quite a bit to talk about.
Yes.
One short thing. The NCAA suspended NBA legend Penny Hardaway. Career was too short. For 3 games for recruiting violations. This isn't the first time that school in Memphis is going to be getting in trouble for this. They got in trouble back with James Wiseman offering him money before NIL was a big deal.
I didn't see this.
Yeah, he's getting suspended for the first 3 games of the season. Well,
what did he do?
It's not even suspended. It's actually banned. So he's not even allowed to be in the facilities until the first 3 games are over.
What did he do though?
Offered high big recruits money to come.
Okay.
It's Penny Hardaway. You get a little penny? You
Little
ever watch
Penny.
those commercials?
It was like Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Classic.
Hmm. Apparently that was right before Chris Rock was like huge too. That was like right the like perfect time because he wasn't too big, but like he was still really well known.
Huh. Well, those are great commercials. They're right up there with the puppets, the Nike puppets commercials with Kobe and LeBron.
Oh, those
Hey
are I think
LeBron!
those are
Hey
the best.
LeBron! Those are the best.
Yeah, those are the best. But we actually had quite a bit happen. We had the NBA draft, which happened about a week ago now.
Pissed about Grady Dick going to the Raptors.
Yeah, we had we'll talk a little bit more about the NBA draft later on. We actually the day before had a big trade that almost didn't happen. It happened and then didn't happen and then happened again.
Yes.
So Tingus Pingus is now
Who's Tingus Pingus?
who the fuck is Tingus Pingus? Is now a Boston Celtic. He's been rumored to be traded to the Celtics for years now. Way back when he was in New York, even they were rumored to be trading for him. Um, I don't know how they got a king's ransom out of it.
Yeah.
The Wizards kind of got robbed a little bit in this deal, but um, the Boston Celtics ended up with the best player and all the good draft picks out of this. They ended up with like 2 first-round picks.
Yeah.
Um, and all they had to get rid of was Marcus Smart. Send him to Memphis out of anywhere.
Yeah. That was interesting.
Yeah,
But
and then
makes sense. Makes sense because they don't have a point guard for 25 games.
yeah, they need someone that's a dog. And
With a
then they sent Tyus Jones to Washington, which rest in peace, Tyus Jones.
Yep.
That team's gonna be miserable.
Yeah, they're gonna be going for that number 1 overall pick with Brownie and getting LeBron too in the free agency.
Oh
Be
yeah,
very
they
careful.
got they got a ton of first-round picks now. They
Yeah.
that Beal trade looks pretty good now.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention in the coming season who's gonna be tanking because there's gonna be a lot of people who are gonna be I mean, Brownie probably won't go 1 overall, but he'll still be a lottery pick, probably top 5.
Yeah, we'll see. I have hope for him in college. I think people are gonna overanalyze the hell out of him, but
Yeah. Oh yeah.
because he to be honest, his brother's more apt. Bryce is more apt to be more like LeBron. Bryce is
Yeah.
or Bronny's gonna be his own player. He's way shorter, way smaller.
Yeah.
Because Bronny's only 6'2", if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he's small.
Yeah, and Bryce is already 6'7", 6'8".
Wow.
So yeah, I think that's the one that has more LeBron's build, of course. Um, but yeah, a lot of teams are still gonna tank for him just because the attention that brings. That's gonna bring butts to the stands. I remember when Sierra Canyon, our Canyon came to Columbus, they filled up Ohio State's arena.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. It's just like when LaMelo Ball played at Spire,
Mm-hmm. I got to see him
and
play a couple times there.
yeah, that filled stands.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. They actually had the Thompson brothers that just got drafted. They played not for Spire, but they played overtime elite played against Spire's team.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they went back to back picks, didn't they?
They did fourth and fifth. They weren't. A lot of the mock drafts didn't have them going back to back, but I mean,
That was
you look at
interesting.
the
Yeah.
film and you see why
Yeah. And where did they play?
they played overtime elite.
No, college.
Yeah, they didn't go to
Oh,
college.
oh, they both played. What is that? Is that the G League?
So it's its own league. So like overtime, like the
Yeah.
yeah, they have their own league now.
Gotcha. Okay. I'm completely out of the loop of basketball.
Yeah, yeah. So it's like they have the G League and then there's overtime elite. Which they were kind of like the first, I would say, big names to do it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of other people are going to start doing it too, especially after you see them go 4th and 5th overall.
And they
Um,
didn't have to go to college.
yeah, it's basically just like another year of prep school. So it's like IMG Academy, essentially, is what they're going for.
Yeah.
Same thing with Spire. Spire is basically an extra year of high school prep.
Hmm.
But I'm sorry, Caitlin just came home and I was wondering what the hell just fell out there. But yeah, that Wizards Beal pick that they ended up getting. They ended up getting 6 first-round picks out of that.
I that was this past week for the Wizards has been interesting.
Yeah. Hold on one more. I'm gonna pause. Well, welcome back from that terrible, terrible break. My neighbor's window broke because their dog tried attacking my dog. So that was fun. And the neighbors were home and seemed not to care. So, like I said, glad this is going to be my last episode in this place.
Wow. That
I miss
killed me.
the old neighbors there. I miss you, Zoltan.
That was funny. Bad day for them, but funny for us.
Yeah, they did not even give a shit. As well, yeah. Anyways, back to the podcast. Um, let's get back to the Wizards, what all they made out from that Bradley Beal trade. 6 first-round picks, 2 second-round pick, or no, 4 first-round picks, 6 second-round picks, and Jordan Poole, which they ended up moving Chris Paul to the Warriors. I actually found a interesting article on that. It was an interview with Klay Thompson where he said it's a little weird that they traded for Chris Paul because if you think way back, like in like 2014, 2015, they actually have beef with Chris Paul, that whole
Yes.
Warriors duo.
Yeah.
Um, and he details, so he talked about like their history with Chris Paul, it being a little, wonky. Um, but he says that being his teammate will be smooth. I actually think that's a good trade. I thought it was interesting considering he probably was going to get bought out at some point.
Yeah.
Um, but hey, good for the Wizards.
Yeah, they made out.
That and they get out of the Jordan Poole contract, even though I still have hope for him. But I think we talked about it on last episode. You can't bring that back. After
Yeah.
that punch from Draymond, you can't.
Yeah.
That just can't happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an interesting trade. I actually kind of like what they're doing in Washington. They're gonna suck really bad this year, but
It's gonna be a big tank fest. I mean, anything for Brownie. Which
yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
again, I don't know his
honestly,
name.
that turned into the best case scenario for what they had. For having
Mm-hmm.
a player that had a no trade clause and could have got them pennies on the dollar,
Yeah.
like they turned out pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Poole, yeah, he has his payday, but you're gonna suck for 4 years anyways, probably.
Yeah.
Like, why not give him a shot? He had that contract for a reason. And see what it's gonna be like to be a number one.
It's gonna be weird seeing him as the number one option unless they get another trade. But
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see if he can be a number one or even a number two.
mm-hmm.
See what they do this season. Um, but also John Collins finally, after being in trade rumors for like 3 years now, finally got traded from Atlanta, even though this was probably the worst trade I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
What they were getting offered for him
Yeah.
before, like this is horrible.
Yeah, I can't believe that. When I saw that, I'm just like, what?
Like Rudy Gay and a second round pick for John Collins.
I
Rudy Gay is never going to see the court.
genuinely didn't even know he still played. He's one of those players that if you randomly say his name, he's like, oh, this guy still plays? Could have
Yeah, I
sworn he
remember when he
retired.
played on the Grizzlies in 2010.
Could have sworn he retired 10 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, that was nuts. I get why, but You just could have gotten so much more,
Yeah.
but they just wanted to clear the space. I
Didn't he
think
have a stint in Toronto?
Rudy Gay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
good.
actually where he got traded. If I'm not mistaken, that's where he got traded after Memphis.
Hmm.
If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that's where he got traded to. Um, but the Hawks are trying to go all in, I guess, this season, as they thought they did last year, and they gave up a king's ransom for to,
Yeah.
yeah, Murray, DeJounte Murray,
Yeah.
but who failed me on many, many bets this year. Many, many bets. Yeah, I was disappointed.
Me too. He was
I
so hit or
don't
miss.
know where they were thinking with 3 first round picks. I think it's 3 or 4 first round picks they traded for him.
That's
And I thought
insane.
that was dumb as could be.
Mm-hmm.
Smart for the Spurs, but
Yeah. I mean, they've
they
got
got
it.
they got Wemby now.
Is that their pick? Is that Atlanta's pick? No.
No, it's not Atlanta's pick.
No.
But I mean, it made San Antonio bad enough that
Yeah.
they had some of the highest odds. Um, yeah, and then we also had a rumor. Well, actually, no, it was supposedly true. The Sixers' ridiculous offer from Tobias Harris to the Cavs.
Oh gosh.
That was as dumb as they can come. Jarrett Allen, that's one thing. I'd be open to that. But then you somewhere out of your ass think you're getting Evan Mobley out of that deal. Like Joel Embiid better be involved in that trade. And not that I don't really want Embiid, but I'm not saying I would say no, but I wouldn't probably say yes. Like
Yeah.
Evan Mobley is too talented. Like, you can't I don't know how you could say that with a straight face and offer that for Tobias Harris. Oh,
No.
and a first round pick. And a first round pick.
Yeah, I didn't like that. Like that was almost a slap in the face to us.
Oh, it was a slap in the face. I would just straight up give him a middle finger.
Yeah.
Like that's that's outrageous.
Yeah.
Um, other than that, let's go ahead and start talking about this draft. Did you get to watch any of the draft?
No, I was golfing with a customer, and
Oh
then
yeah, that's right.
that's when I called you
Mm-hmm.
because we were supposed to record that night, and something happened. But ultimately, Grady Dick didn't go where I wanted him to.
Yeah, he's a Toronto boy now.
Champagne Poppy was already posting about him.
Yeah, all I know is that suit was disgusting.
Yeah, and his red bottoms.
Yeah, that I was not a fan of the suit.
Mm-mm.
I like cool suits, but that was just too much, man. At least he went to Toronto and it fit. So
Yeah, yeah, his hat looked good with his suit color.
yeah. So if he went to Orlando or Dallas, where I thought he might go, that would have looked a little off. But
Mm-hmm. And then fellow Rock Chalk member Jalen Wilson, he went to the Nets, so that's cool.
yeah,
Shout out to the Cleveland boy though, Pete Nance, brother of Larry Nance, son of Larry Nance, signed with the Cavs.
yeah, yeah. Is it an actual like 2-way contract or is
I
it
I think it's like Canton Charge or maybe just summer league. I don't know.
gets him a shot? He went to Revere,
Northwestern,
right?
Revere, Northwestern, and then for his senior year, UNC.
Yeah, where he was
But
like UNC, one of their best players,
yeah,
better players.
yeah, one of the better players.
Yeah,
He started. I mean, he
yeah.
started. Um,
Um,
my biggest.
I love the Cavs pick, by the way.
Oh yeah,
Imani
everybody.
Bates, that was such a steal.
Everybody was saying something about his like off court stuff. I don't know. I heard like
He
that's
got in
why he
trouble for
fell.
guns a little bit, but It was more just having guns on campus. It wasn't like he was just flashing them on Instagram Live or anything like that.
Oh.
But I mean, second round pick, it's worth taking it. It's worth taking it. He's what we need. He's
Yeah.
a wing, a big wing. He's six, I want to say 6'9", 6'10". Super scrawny, so he's gonna have to put on a little bit of weight, but because we can't have two twigs out there.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to put some weight on.
Yeah, but elite scorer. He has all of what it takes to be an elite scorer in the league. He was the number one recruit out of high school.
Yep.
Just was in one of those deals where he just went to the wrong place at the wrong time. He went to Memphis for a year, didn't do too hot, and then went back. He actually won Gatorade Player of the Year over Chet Holmgren.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Wow.
he like shut down Chet Holmgren when they played.
Which he's gonna be rookie this year.
He's going to be a rookie this year. I kind of hate how that's the rookie rule,
I
but
know. I know.
Ben Simmons over Donovan Mitchell. That
See,
one just straight up wasn't even deserved, in my opinion. Ben Simmons played good, but we'll never see Ben Simmons play good again, I don't think.
nah, he's got something wrong with his back. Tweaked it.
He just ain't gonna make it.
Yeah. I like the tweet that's like the Ben Simmons cycle, and it's like, you are here. And it was like random workout photo in the off season. And then the caption was like, oh, keep doubting me or something. And then the next step in a cycle is, well, maybe he'll be good. Then it'll be random back injury. And then the final spot to the cycle was can't play, gets cut by team or traded by team. Ben Simmons, man, he's an interesting cat with his history.
Yeah. I liked him coming out of high school, and then when the Sixers picked him up, I thought that was gonna be a steal. Thought he would develop a little bit more of a jumper by now, but
Yeah.
that is very far from that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't get it. He has good form. I don't get it.
It's all in his head.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not like his shooting form's bad whatsoever. It looks nice,
Yeah.
but he just mentally can't get past it. Do you remember how crazy they went when he hit a 3-pointer in preseason?
Yeah. Wasn't that like the first preseason game?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then he barely shot another one the rest of his career. But yeah, he's about to play himself out of the league probably. There's just too much talent in the league right now that you can't be doing that.
Yeah. I mean, he'll get bounced around. Somebody's going to want him. Somebody's going to see the potential and say, oh, well, maybe. Well, maybe.
I don't know though, because I don't know if someone's gonna waste their money on someone that might not even play for him.
If you're desperate enough.
If you're desperate enough, maybe, but
Like, I could see him going to the Pistons. I feel like that's the team that would use his body, like, or his play style.
yeah, but I feel like I don't know. They have a lot of guards now.
Yeah. Now, like, I'm just saying,
Because
a
you got the
Pistons
thing
team.
is I don't want to call him a pansy, but he's not gonna play as a big man.
Really?
It's just plain and simple. He's not gonna play as a big man. He needs to be a facilitator and guard the top of the paint. He'll get you rebounds, but
Mm-hmm.
who knows if he's gonna show up.
No.
But what were some other picks from the draft that I liked? It was I did like what I thought the Rockets, they ended up saving themselves with Cam Whitmore dropping to 20.
Yeah.
But uh I don't know. I felt like they could have done a little bit more. Orlando, I think, had the worst draft by far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking
They
unless
had
they
they had two top 15 picks. And I didn't like,
kind of wasted on both.
yeah.
You got another point guard, which you didn't need. You have Markel Fultz and you have Cole Anthony coming off the bench, who should be starting, in my opinion, even though
Well,
Markel's been doing good.
he's technically they just technically drafted two shooting guards.
Yeah.
So now you got two guys playing for the same position.
And you just drafted Jalen Suggs 2 years ago, so
Yep.
he's probably out the door somewhere. I know he hasn't played to the highest potential, but
Somebody said
you gotta let someone develop.
yeah. Somebody said that Orlando missed a big opportunity between Suggs and Dick walking next to each other on a court.
Oh yeah, that honestly, that's who they should have drafted. It was a great
Orlando
event. If
needs
they were
Dick.
gonna draft someone like that give Wagner some help off the bench, even.
Yeah.
No, I think that would have been a great 6 man. But I think Fultz is definitely off Orlando if they don't trade Cole Anthony. They might just trade Cole Anthony because he might be easier to trade.
Yeah.
Probably has a little bit more value too because he's still on his rookie deal.
Yeah, potentially.
Mm-hmm. But do you have any more takes from the draft?
No, I was kind of out of it this year. I didn't know too many of them, besides the big names, but I thought Brandon Miller going to the Hornets was interesting.
Yeah,
I
did
thought
you see his quote?
no. Oh, about going to the finals next year?
Yeah.
Yeah, nuts.
Well, he got booed,
He
actually.
did.
He was one
He
of the
did.
only picks that got booed.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, that's tough.
Was that a political thing though? Was that because of him not getting in trouble? Or is that legit? Like, was that news clip legit?
Oh
Because the
no,
K
that was legit. He got booed.
okay.
Yeah, no, that was legit. He got booed.
Hmm.
Um, man, he's gonna have to play really good. And that's one of the only I think Scoot would have been the better option. And
Yeah.
you trade Rozier and get some capital.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah. But Scoot goes to Portland with Dame. Dame wanted him to trade that pick. They actually offered Brooklyn that pick because Brooklyn wanted that pick, but they would not get rid of Mikal Bridges, which I I don't know if I would either. I probably
Mm-mm.
wouldn't. Because I
No.
think I think in today's game, getting a good three is hard to find. A good small forward is hard to find.
It's all your Steph Curry's, all your shooting guys, and it used to be LeBron, KD, the small forward,
Hmm.
but yeah, everybody wants to be a shooter.
Yeah, because I feel like anyone can find a point guard. You can find a good point guard undrafted, honestly.
Yes. Look at
There,
the
there's
Miami
been so
Heat.
many players, so many point guards that have gone undrafted that have been phenomenal.
Miami Heat.
Yeah, great example. Gabe Vincent, he's gonna get a payday now.
Yep.
Nothing too bad, but like better than vet minimum, way better than vet minimum.
Yeah, they're diamonds in the rough.
Yeah. Well, even look at Bruce Brown. I mean, that's not a point guard, but
Yeah.
he was undrafted.
Yeah, and
Played in the G League for a while.
he's been balling out.
Yeah, he's gonna get a payday. I don't know if it's from Denver, but
Right.
I think they would definitely like to keep him. I mean, he was a big reason they won, honestly. Not so much scoring, but
Just his
he's
presence
one of
alone.
those dudes, he's gonna do anything you tell him to do.
Yeah.
He actually reminds me of Jimmy Butler early in his career.
Okay.
I think is a good comp, but not as talented as Jimmy Butler.
Well, I got nothing else to the draft, but with the way the draft went, would you rather your start of the season be with Wemby or with LeBron?
Like both of them being drafted at the same time.
Yes.
Um, I think I would say LeBron, honestly. Um, and I'm considering this, thinking that we don't know what LeBron turns out to be.
But we know what we got.
Yeah, I think it's a lot harder to find your three than it is your center. And I know people are gonna probably disagree with me on that. I think it's very debatable. Um, but LeBron's literally just a jack of all trades.
Yep.
And Wemby, I feel like there's just more risk. The reward is
Oh,
really, really high.
his leg's gonna snap.
One, it's Yao Ming over again with the shot.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Hopefully they get him on a right diet plan in San Antonio because, according to Charles Barkley, San Antonio people eat good.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. You know what I'm talking about? How
I
the
don't
people of San Antonio want Charles Barkley to give an apology
no, I
because
don't
they
think
have
I
a bunch
saw
of
that.
fat women in San Antonio.
No,
Look it up after the podcast. It's hilarious.
right.
One last thing, NBA, Derrick Rose, the Knicks declined his team option first day they could. I mean, it makes sense he fell out of the Knicks rotation, but do you think it's time for him to just retire?
Yes.
I do too. I still think he could play, and I don't quite understand why he fell out of the rotation because I don't think he was playing bad.
No,
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't get the whole Derrick Rose story. That story has been weaving itself for the last 10 years. He was at the peak of his game, winning MVP 2 times in a row,
He
right?
only won once,
Oh, it was in between
but
LeBron's.
he was the youngest MVP to ever win the award. He won
Yeah.
it, I think, second or third year in the league.
Never got his team to the finals, thanks to LeBron.
Yes.
And gets injured. And it's like ever since that injury, dude's bounced. And up until what, a year or two ago, I had forgot he was even in the league still, let alone on the Knicks. Like I thought when he came to the Cavs and left the Cavs, I thought that was it. Like
I
the
thought
dude,
he was done, and then he revived himself in Minnesota.
yeah,
He dropped
yeah, he did.
52 in the game.
Yep, he's good for that. It's kind of like how IT, you know, out of nowhere was dropping 40 buckets for the Celtics. It's like once he left the Cavs. Actually, no, he went to the Kings next, didn't he? Or was it the Kings first?
It was the Kings first, then he went to
Yeah,
the Celtics, and then
yeah.
Celtics traded IT to the Cavs for Kyrie.
What a trade!
That was so
What a
dumb. I was
trade!
so I was so mad when they made that trade in general. That was the last player I wanted on in the whole league. That was the last player.
Yeah.
I've never been an Isaiah Thomas fan because yeah, he'll score 30, but he'll give up 40 or 50.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the point if you can score 30 if you're just gonna give up more points? You
Right.
know, like I'm not saying that he's good as hell on offense and he still probably could play. He just can't play defense.
Mm-hmm.
Can't. But yeah, I mean, I think Derrick Rose should just retire. If he wants to play one more year, cool, whatever. If a team gives him a chance, I think there's a good chance that he does get signed with a team. Not day one, but I'd love to see him retire as a Bull,
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
especially if Lonzo's gonna miss all of this season too. Like that's another sad story. It's about to pop up. I'm pretty sure I have inside information on it too, actually.
Oh,
But I don't know if I can really talk about it on air. It just involves his knee surgery because I know who did it.
oh,
He
oh. We'll have to
was
talk about it after.
a doctor out from my area, and I won't drop names, but yeah, I think he done messed up
Oh wow.
pretty bad.
And he knows it.
Yep, it was bad enough that the doctor went out of business shortly after they announced that he probably won't play for a year or two.
Wow. Yeah, you have to tell me more
So I'm
after.
pretty sure that doctor's getting sued.
Hmm. Unreal.
Hmm. I don't know if I told you that story or not.
No, no.
No? Yeah. Yeah. I was surprised that they didn't do more research on it either because I've been told like when I played sports, if I had a knee injury, don't go to this dude, even though he's a great sports doctor, phenomenal, great like sports doctor. I went to him for my ankle and my foot, did an amazing job, helped me through a lot with that. But I heard knees is the one thing you just do not let him
Huh.
do.
Wow.
So unfortunate, but
Yeah, I'd say.
and it was the doctor through Spire Institute too, because LaMelo had some work done too with
Oh,
him.
wow.
Um, but anyways, Dylan, I'm gonna let you take over for a little bit with our next topic.
Yeah, so basically, the list of free agents that are still available for the NFL, where it was posted the other day. And I mean, I just took a gander to look at this list and think, man, a lot of these players, I can't believe they're still sitting there, but it's all about money, and then where things need to follow. I don't want to talk about every single name on this list,
Hmm.
but I
Just like
did.
the ones that they're stand out to you.
Yep, I can't believe Eli Apple is still sitting there.
No
But
one wants him.
I know, but he's one of those players that I just always thought he'd be on a team. Um, Marcus Peters,
That one surprises me.
yep. Uh, I was laughing at the running backs because I'm like, oh, Zeke, yeah, him. Oh yeah, LeGarrette Blunt. Oh, Jerick McKinnon, he's gonna resign. Um, Quarterbacks, you've got Matt Ryan,
Calvin Cook.
Dalvin Cook, yep.
That one really surprises me. I
Mm-hmm.
get with his injury problems, but
Yeah, but Matt Ryan, he needs to retire. I
yeah,
think Carson Wentz is kind of at the edge of falling off relativity.
I don't even think he cares,
No.
honestly.
Um, John Johnson, Jadeveon Clowney, Browns boys.
Yep. Jarvis still a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he'll sign. He might sign closer to like training camp.
Kareem Hunt.
Uh, Julio Jones probably gonna retire.
Yeah.
Might have one more season left in the tank, but
Yeah. Uh,
Leonard Fournette, I could see him retiring soon.
who do you
Even
think's the
even
most
though
likely to
he's not
retire?
old. Huh?
Who do you think's most likely to retire?
Most likely to retire, Ndamukong Suh and Matt Ryan.
I was gonna say Matt Ryan for sure, and Taylor Lewan.
Taylor Lewan, I could see someone giving him a chance. He might not get the money that he wants though, but I'm pretty sure he's pretty open about if he doesn't get the money, he doesn't want to do it. And he has a successful podcast right now. He doesn't have to play another snap if he doesn't want to.
Yeah.
He's
He
gonna do
just
just
he
fine.
just said it on the pod this week that he lost 50 pounds since last season.
Yeah, and he's a
And
big boy.
that's a lot for a left tackle. So
Mhm.
do with that what you may, but I think he's retiring.
Yeah. Oh, another one that surprised me is Kareem Hunt.
Yep.
A lot of people think that he lost a step. I still think he could be a good running back, and I hate to say it, I kind of want the Browns to take him back,
Yeah,
even if
so do
it's just vet minimum for a year.
I. Mm-hmm.
I don't think that he's bad enough to not be on the roster at least. Whether
Yeah.
you split him snaps with um Ford or what you want to do, like we're not that deep at running back anymore.
No, especially with Ernest Johnson gone.
Yeah, with Johnson gone, especially like
Where'd he go? The Jags?
yes, Jacksonville. But I mean, and don't get me wrong, I like Ford, but I don't like the fact if Chubb has to miss some time at all, like that's our running back is Ford. I don't like
Yeah.
that. The running game is such a crucial thing for our offense. And I know they want to go more air raid, but
Right.
I just don't like the fact that if Nick Chubb gets hurt, the run game's not a threat at all, other than Deshaun and Ford.
Yep.
I just don't like that.
Who do you think is most likely to sign back to their team?
Cream Hunt.
I think Jerick McKinnon will sign back with the
Derek
Chiefs.
McKinnon too, yes. Um, let's see. Who's another one that would sign back with their team? Um,
I could see Leonard Fournette re-signing with the Bucks.
if they even want him. I mean, I don't see why they wouldn't want him, but
Yeah.
um, definitely not Kenny Galladay.
No.
That was viewed as one of the worst contracts in NFL history.
I could still see Zeke going back to the Cowboys, taking less money.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't think he's gonna catch an offer anywhere really.
No.
Unless it's the Bengals, but it doesn't even sound like Joe Mixon's gonna get in trouble at all. So
Yeah, that whole story's
it
crazy.
is weird.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's all I really got for the NFL free agency. Just want to see some of these names get taken off the list. There's like, I think this is like the top 80. But
yeah.
but as we mentioned last week, Shanky Golf is a proud brand ambassador program, has a brand ambassador program that I'm a part of now. I don't have the hat on today, but check out shankitgolf.com and use code DTFNation15 for 15% off on your order. But I'm talk about golf. It is time to talk about golf. So the Travelers Cup or Travelers Tour was last weekend. I had a free $5 free play and I used it on Keegan Bradley to win. And I got it. We hit that.
Let's go.
Yep, we love winning bets. It's like the first one since before the NBA playoffs. Didn't win shit during that.
I won the Heat making it to the finals.
Yep.
I don't even think I bet on I think I bet on the first game of the finals. And I'm like, you know what? I want to enjoy this a little bit.
Mm-hmm. I was stressed.
And
And
I was pissed about the first game. I'm like, honestly, I feel like these games are just gonna be blowouts, one team blowing out the other. Like,
yeah.
and that's essentially what it was.
So shout out Keegan Bradley. But over to Hold My Bev Golf. Brandon and I are going to be putting together some videos. Par three challenges closest to the pin, playing skins when we do a round. Longest drives and the longest putts. The longest putts might just be more of like a stand on one side of the putting green before we play, or
Mm-hmm.
get a good shot up. But so videos coming soon, and then the golf balls, the shirts, merch coming soon. You may have already gotten a little taste of what the golf ball looks like on our Instagram or Twitter. So we're going to be doing a giveaway next week. This is the official announcement. We'll be doing a giveaway next week for a sleeve of golf balls. You can have your hands on some Callaway Diablos with the Hold My Bev logo. And all you'll have to do is the following instructions next week. So that's all I got. I'm gonna take a breath now.
All right. Did you have anything else to say at all on this episode?
Yeah. So make sure you gamble responsibly. Call 1-800-GAMBLER if you have an issue, or if maybe a loved one might have an issue, or if your cat looks like they have an issue.
Or if
Um,
your dog breaks a window.
call 1-800-GAMBLER.
And once again, gonna miss this place, but we're gonna see you guys next episode in the new crib.
Woo.
Peace out, guys.